educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Phil in Puerto Rico. Hey, Phil, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, doing great. Just wanted to thank you guys and the whole crew. Best content on the internet. Really appreciate everything you guys are doing.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Phil, how did you find us?
I just typed in live trading in YouTube one morning.
Cool.
I was looking for any type of live trading room. You guys came up, and
awesome.
I know quality when I see it, or at least I like to think so. And I mean, you guys are just a dream. I appreciate everything you guys do.
Welcome to the Tiger family. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Love coming out of you makes you happy. The whole world can love you, but that is not the love that will make you happy. What will make you happy is to share all the love you have inside of you. That is the love that will make the difference. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 206, Nasdaq's off 93, S&P's off 17.5, gold contract down $12.90, trading at $17.25 an ounce. We have silver for 64 cents, $25.10 an ounce. Light sweet crude getting smoked again, down $3.90, $57.65 a barrel, notes and bonds. You get the 10-year up 12 ticks, 131.30. The 30-year up 30 points, 36 rather, almost a point at 156.06. And King Dollar. King Dollar's caught a bid out here that's up 572, trading out at 92. Excuse me, folks, 313. The euro is out here at 118. The yen is at 108.69. The British pound's at 137 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, bottom line, folks, you're still at highs. You get a sideways move out here today. You get a sideways move with light volume. Not saying we're going to higher highs. Bottom line is that the SPY got up to a price point of yesterday of 394. You did 74 million shares. You're backing down with 51 million. Didn't get over the high, so it's a back down with light volume. It wants higher price. NDX 100, this is going to be the coolest one, no doubt. This has been a trip in itself, meaning that, first off, how we came down off the highs. If we take a look at the Qs, we established a high out here at 338. You come down hard and fast into the 299, 297, which the NDX loves to do. That 297, bottom line, was just going back to the breakout area. And when we're talking about, you get major, basically support, especially the first time down, at that level at the 297. It rejected lower price. Takes off again, topside again, then does an ABC structure on the way up. What does that mean? That means it took out B point out, took it out with volume, then gave it up in price. That turns it into a complex ABC structure. What do? You go higher again yesterday, you take out the B point again, you take it out with volume again. Bottom line, this NDX 100 wants to go to 333, and right now you're at 318. So this is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out because, the bottom line is that it came down so hard, you came up to resistance. You got to the top of resistance. That's where it gave it up. Now, just getting to the top of that resistance, folks, the first time up is a big deal. Most times, when you get heavy selling, which we got in the NDX 100, when you're coming into that area, normally it's the bottom of those bars. And in this particular case, the NDX 100, we were trading there for 5 days, so it's pretty impressive that it could actually get up to the top of it. Gold contract right now is down $13. You've done 62,000 contracts. For the dollar being up this high, it's not bad with gold. Gold is actually happening because the dollar has caught a good bid You are up 581 right now. We're at 92,323. That brings the swing point that was established out here 2.5 weeks ago in play again, which is the 92,500. Now, let's go to that oil market, because this is about as intense as you get, meaning you have oil, which supplies energy for the world, and we have, in the course of 4 trading days, we go down last week from 64 to 58. You do a small bounce up there to 62, and then you just get whacked once again, $4. This contract here, 53 is game. Right now you're at 57.55. And actually, let me just see if we got... yeah, you know what? Oh, man, look at this. Let's see. So you'd need 729,000. I don't think we're going to get that, but it's almost an ABC structure down, meaning the first leg down, folks, had 729,000 contracts traded. We have 671. We will not get up to that 729 in the next 45 minutes. If we did, then you get a large ABC structure down. My take is that what you're going to see here, which the indices themselves have been doing, is that you're going to go back to a breakout area inside of the oil market, and that's going to lay up at about $53. We go into the note and bond market. We take a look at it. Note and bond market, what you have there is that we get the 10-year note up 12 ticks. This is the, you get it's the third day that you get a little juice in it. And we'll see whether you get follow-through. If you got one more follow-through day on price inside of the 10-year, you're going to break the downtrend that has been in place. Well, the downtrend's been out there for about 6 months, okay? The downtrend that I'm talking about, however, would get you to 136. And right now you're at 130, 130. The cool thing about what's happening inside the note and bond market is that you don't have to be right in the context of, do we have a change of trend? Because right now it's gone down so dramatically that it can be just a dead cat bounce. But on a dead cat bounce, because we've come down so dramatically, you can trade it. That's my take on this baby. Some of the higher volume equities out here. Let's see what we have inside of the high volume equities. You got, GE's down 49 cents. That thing's such a dog. Carnival's off $2. You get Freeport-McMoRan down 265. Tesla's off $10. We have Micron Technology down 571. Let's go over to Micron, because we know the chip business. We got a shortage of chips. Bottom line, they're in a commodity business. We're going to go from a shortage of chips probably to a glut of chips. The real question is that 4 months, 5 months, 6 months? Where is that at? What we do have is that Micron Tech has a high volume high at 81.46. Right now you're at 85, and that's the consolidation that it's been. I suspect what you're going to see is it's going to walk itself right down to the lower end of that consolidation. We go over and take a look at Amazon, the king dog, of course, inside of retail. And Amazon up $37. We are going to, look at this, 3.1. I don't think it's going to do it. But if Amazon did 3.1 million shares, it'd be an ABC up. We're only at 2.6, so I don't see that. But the bottom line, Amazon did reject lower price at the lower end of its consolidation. Classic setup. Bottom line, higher price coming at us. Stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. We're going to be talking about riding that Chapman wave. Dow Industrials right now down 265. The Nasdaq's off 127. S&P's are off 26. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are trading down 260. You got the Nasdaq off 128. S&Ps are off 25. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, Basil does an outstanding show, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, The Opening Call. Now, it's very easy to get the opening call, folks. You come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go to newsletters. You see the app opening call right on your left-hand side. You just hit subscribe. You can get the opening call for 1 month for $149. You can get it for 6 months for $695, which is a savings of $199 at 22%. You can get it for 1 year for $1195, which is a savings of $593 at 33%. Now, they all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. What you also get, folks, is that Basil has done a slew of workshops. You get about 11 workshops out there. If you want to understand exactly how Basil rides the wave and how his clients ride the wave each and every day, you come over, you get the newsletter, you're going to get all that education for absolutely, well, for what you pay for the monthly newsletter. But the bottom line is that you got 11 different archives out there, and you can really get your head wrapped around of how Basil looks at the market every trading day. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you doing on this very nice spring day here in Boston?
That's a beautiful thing. The spring's kicking in. And, you know, we got a little cold front down here. It's probably the last one that we got. And it's gorgeous today. I mean, today's 76. And, yeah, we're all going to enjoy it. That's right. There's no doubt, man. No doubt. I'm glad you guys, you'll be out there in that tennis course pretty soon then.
Actually, I've already been out. We've had some pretty warm days. It's mostly I'm still playing indoors, but we've been playing outdoors, started, and it's just so nice. It's really nice.
Sweet. So, where do you want to start, Basil?
All right, so let's just go through a couple of things. There, over the last week or two, for subscribers to my opening call, we've been a little bit cautious, and one of the reasons is, you can see here on the Dow chart, this one on the left is the daily, in the middle is the weekly, and on the right is the monthly. In the Chapman Wave methodology, I'll just do this quickly because we always have new people coming onto TFNN. I try to identify the lowest low bar merely count each successively higher peak you're going above, and it goes peak A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, so 7 higher peaks. But it's at that fourth one, peak D, that other things can happen. And all that means is that if the technicals are still good, just kind of raise your foot off the accelerator, hover over the brake to see what's going to happen, because within a few days, you can tell if you're going to recycle higher or go sharply lower. So with that said, a couple of things are going on here. In the Dow itself, you can see this weekly chart is in leg D. And if there is no new high above 33,227 this week, that's going to become a peak D. So we've got to be a little bit cautious. We've been long, actually, today's the birthday. We went long on the 23rd of January last year. We went long via the call options. And a week later, we went into the diamonds. We kept those call options.
I think you mean the 23rd of March, right?
What did I say? 23rd of March,
yeah.
Yes. So exactly a year ago. And so we're still in the long positions from the diamonds. We've taken a little bit off, but mostly we're in the core position long. And, this is over an 80% gain in a year. So going from 18,000.
That's a beautiful thing.
Isn't that amazing? 18,213 a year with
especially in an unleveraged
epidemic
position, right? That's an unleveraged position, so it's pretty intense, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 33,227 was the high on the 18th. So that really, at this particular point, I'm expecting some kind of rotational correction that we've seen going on for some time. And what I mean by that is we went along the IWM we've done it twice, but the last, wait, let me just hit the right key.
Yeah, that's getting hit out here today. It's kind of interesting.
And well, it's been hit for a few days. And what's interesting is this is the Russell 2000. And so we went long at 173 back on the 11th of November. And we've taken off a few little, I call them tads, just a little bit off. We've kept the core positions. It's 215 right now. But I had an alternate count. But I do have to consider that this daily chart for the Russell 2000, this is small caps, at least in the short term. I haven't got a signal yet in the weekly, although this is pretty much going to be a peak E. There's no new high this week, which is going to be real tough. But what I'm looking at is that at 234.53, that's what is a 60-point gain from our entry point. That pullback is really deep. So I think what we see here is a rotation that said, and this is the whole thing about the market, and you spoke about it earlier. So you had mentioned the TLT, which is really bonds, because it's the Lehman 20-year Treasury bond fund. It came off a low that was made at a trough D, and that was on the 18th. And that was at 133.19, and we're 4 points, just over 4 points higher. But if you look at the TBT, which basically is the inversion, although it's 2 times short, it's the inversion. It went to its second peak D at 22.16 and is pulling back. The reason why I mention this is because I'm seeing a rotation that is just hinting. It's not really saying that it's a major move, but it's hinting that the money's now coming out of the Russell, which was doing very well, just profit-taking probably, and the QQQ. This is a very important moment for the QQQ because, in a sense, because of loans and other things that go on, they're a little bit more leveraged towards the yields. It's really important for as you've seen, when the yields have been coming down sharply, they benefited a lot. And one of them, of course, just happens to do with all the loans and all sorts of things that occur when the rates increase. But it's not by much. I mean, yes, the rates have increased, but you can see that it's stalled. So we went to a peak D in the daily chart at 338.19, the peak E in the weekly chart, and it's pulled back very sharply from the 16th of February to the low of 397, and that was early March. And then it ran up, and I've got these trend lines as a pattern that we've been talking about in my show, the Tiger Technicians Hour, for a long time, and I showed subscribers for a little while now that we've been using this, that when you break out of this trend line, you can have a good run to the upside, but you've got to be careful because there are 2 fighting patterns. One is the arch formation, and the other one is the breakout of this up channel. So it was really important that the QQQ, the NDX 100 Trust Series, trade up, and it couldn't break the high today. It was 321. It went right to that trend line. So it's going to be very important over the next, I would say, going into Friday or Monday of this coming week, at least to attempt to get to 322, 324. That's really imperative for the NDX 100. And to go with that, we're looking at, you had mentioned the dollar, and dollar is something that we've been long since April of 2018. Back at 90, we got the UUP, which is a trading vehicle. We watched it go all the way up to 102.99 in the monthly to a peak E, and then it came sailing down to 89.21. And what I've been saying is I like what's going on, but it's really not a bull market. It is just a bounce, and it'll be more of a bounce if it can start at 92.32. If it could start to trade in the 92.75 to 93.23 area, that'll say, hey, now you've got some legs. So this is quite a complex market right at the moment, and trading around that.
And folks, very easy to get Basil's newsletter. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to hit newsletters. You hit the opening call. You are off to the races. Basil, you have a great one, safe one. And, of course, we look forward to the show tomorrow at noon.
Thank you very much, Tom. You too.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Coming right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, Butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 328. You get the Nasdaq off 150. S&Ps are off 33. Let's go inside the NDX 100 and see the strength versus the weakness. So the strength out here today inside the NDX, folks, you get Peloton up 4%. You get Zoom up 3.5. Netflix is up 2.5. And you got XL Energy up 2.2. Now, let's go to Netflix, because what Netflix has done is that Netflix was one of the first ones to get to the lower end of its consolidation, got to the lower end of the consolidation, rejected lower price, and has a high volume high. Bottom line is that we're going for this high volume high once again. The high volume high that we're talking about out here is 593. Right now you're at 536, and you can see how when you came down 2 weeks ago, we got down to the price point of that 492. The 492 had volume out here of 6.6 million while we were going into 15 million. So the bottom line is that there's not enough sellers down here. This is a clean consolidation. What's going to get intriguing in this is that as we hit those highs, of course, is it going to be able to hold the high, break the high, or fail at the high? If it breaks the high, guess what? You're in a very large ABC structure on the way up, as is Amazon. When you're looking at Amazon, the bottom line, Amazon's been in a consolidation for a long period of time, has not broken out. We'll see how this shakes out. Amazon has been in the consolidation right now since just about a year. What we do have here is that the highs of Amazon also have volume. So we're at 31.41. The 36.52 is game. I know, folks. Let me tell you something. The NDX 100 is so deviant, it's unbelievable. Microsoft. You go into Microsoft, we take a look at Microsoft. What Microsoft did today. Now, this is going to be cool for the NDX 100, and this is what it is. The last time that we were up into this resistance, that's where the NDX 100 gave it up. Well, Microsoft came into its gap today. This is where it was gap down. The gap down was laying out there at 240, 8.86. We come in to 241.05 today. Now, that being said, guess what? You are coming into this area again with volume. The last time that we came in here, you came in with 28 million. You get 22 right now, probably do 24. And what this is showing is that we have a seller that is laying right at that gap. The volume characteristic is pretty good, actually, okay? Most times what happens is this. When you have a downdraft, you do not break it the first time you go back up. You hear me talk a lot about building cause. This is where the building cause comes in. You go up, you have buyers, the seller is a larger seller, comes back down. What do we have out here today? Same situation. You took out the gap. We're going to have decent volume, but it's not holding price. What does that mean? That means that we're going to have to build more cause in order to get through that level. That's how this baby shakes out. We go take a look at Facebook. Facebook has been on a tear in a big way. Bottom line, Facebook out here today got up to 298. Let's just see how we did this. Okay, so the high volume high on Facebook is 304. We came up last week, and you had a huge expansion of volume. So when you get a huge expansion of volume, when you are basically going into a swing point, what that is, folks, that's not you and I buying retail stock. That is a fund that's coming in there, buying. You see the volume expand. When the volume does expand, your probability, number one, goes much higher, that you're going to go to the high volume high. We'll see whether you get enough volume to take it out. But Facebook looks to me like, number one, it's going to go up into this level. And, of course, the amazing thing about this in general is the amount of flack that these companies are going to be getting between privacy, between monopolistic practices in the next year. But guess what? It's going to be kind of, my take on this is kind of like the banks. When the banks do something wrong, the bottom line is that they just pay a fine, they move on, they keep going. The social media companies are going to be the same thing. They print money hand over fist. The bottom line is that the revenue on the advertising and the spread on the advertising is pretty dramatic. Facebook, next numbers coming out is going to be on the 29th of April. They're going to be looking to do $23.6 billion and bring $2.34 to the bottom line. Facebook in the U.S. and Canada, folks, still growing by 26%. They're growing by 35% in Asia. When you level it out, you're talking about 27%, and you're talking about just a monster inside of the advertising business. And the spread there is huge. If we go to Google, we take a look at Google. Google, You're up 12.5 bucks today. You don't have a lot of buyers out here today, but Google's the same setup, meaning that this consolidation that we're in, it wants to run to the top of the consolidation. What we did have out here today is that you had Powell as well as Yellen that was speaking. So Jerome Powell first said that that prices would rise this year as the pandemic recedes and Americans are able to go out and spend, but he played down the risk that would spur unwanted inflation. His quote here is, "We do expect that inflation will move up over the course of the year," Powell told the House Financial Services Committee on Tuesday, citing bent-up demand, supply chain bottlenecks, and the comparison with very weak price pressures last year. Our best view is that the effect on inflation will be neither particularly large nor persistent. Well, we'll see where that shakes out. It looks to me that, number one, this is almost like a run at the beginning of the 80s. That's kind of how it feels. And if that's what we have, you will see more money spread out with a larger amount of people. And for the economy, you're going to see this economy growing. Inflation-wise, whether we're talking housing, we're talking food, you're talking health care, the things we need, and we've talked about this many times, inflation's already there. I mean, it's there in spades. The real kicker is going to be how we perceive that in every other thing that we are looking to buy. Because it's all about perception, inflation, and it's all about the amount of bread that gets tossed around the economy on a continual basis. Copper. Let's go to the copper market and take a look at copper. Copper's getting hit out here today. We have copper market down 11.5 pennies. We are trading out at 402. You've done 79,000 contracts. Bottom line, copper's in a consolidation. It's going to need a lot more contract volume in order to basically break the door into the consolidation. The last time that we came down was 2.5 weeks ago. You did 172,000 contracts. So 79,000, folks, is not a lot of contract volume. I do expect you'll go to the lower end of the consolidation. That lower end of the consolidation is 384. If we go take a look at a couple of the copper stocks, we'll do Southern Copper first, which is the largest copper stock in the world. Bottom line, you're breaking a swing here. And this thing, you're not breaking on volume, but price you're breaking good. You're at $3.90. You're at $68. And this thing is, this could have some pain, man. $61 is where we broke topside from. I mean, you have support that's laid out at 66, but we'll see how 66 hangs tough. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 343. The Nasdaq's up 153. S&Ps are up 33. And one of our tigers out here. This is a great quote, actually. Stocks, metals, raw material, housing, gas. How can he say with a straight face that inflation's not there? And there's no doubt about it, folks. That's a fact. Okay. That's why you want to think for yourself on a continual basis, because the stuff that we do need is going up. My take right now is that we have a frenzy that is going on. I think it's the beginning of it, actually, because of the amount of breakout that we're going to see happening with COVID, the amount of stimulus that is in the marketplace right now, and then what we are going to see, and my take is that this is going to get done. What we're going to have is that next week, and this is going to be important for the aspect of where you're going to position yourself for the next, 6 months, a year. Biden is going to come out next week and unveil his initial 2020 spending request into, the congressional negotiations. Now, we know that the bottom line is that the Republicans and Democrats are not going to agree on anything. They're not going to, bottom line, Republicans already come out. They start, with an infrastructure bill. Bottom line, they're not going to have anything to do with it. That being said, what you want to wrap your head around is that because it's going to be a breakdown inside of the economy, where the discretionary funding priorities are going to come. And I suspect what we're going to actually see out here, you're going to see a real spending bill, infrastructure bill that is going to get passed. And the real bottom line is that does it get passed with the Republicans or not? My take is that no, because this is already a rerun. And, I see it going through, though. I see it going through because what's going to end up happening is that the amount of jobs that are going to be across the country are going to be huge. So we'll see where that shakes out. The infrastructure stocks right now basically are stalling. If we take a look at the, U.S. steel, it's down $1.79. So that's going to have plenty of time to go back to the lower end of its consolidation. That lower end of the consolidation is laying out at $16. Right now you're at $20. So I suspect that, guess what? This is the type of volatility that we're going to have inside of that. And then, of course, the real kicker is going to be, do they get it done? Or they not get it done? And what are the companies that, bottom line, are going to succeed in getting huge amounts of cash if in fact it does get done? We take a look at Caterpillar. Now, Caterpillar, that reached a high last week of 237. Right now, we are running down $8. That looks like it's also going to come back to its breakout area. you are pulling back, and you're pulling back with dramatically lighter volume. Caterpillar, let's go take a look at Deere, because they have a three-leg deal going on, meaning that you have the mining business that they get a huge amount of business from. You get the agricultural business that they get a huge amount from, and we have the mining. How did I forget the last one? That's weird. So you got mining, you got agriculture, and construction, of course. You get the construction. So bottom line is that, like Deere's trading 356, 335 is game. There's no doubt about that. Now let's go take a look at the E-mini as well as the NDX 100 and see how we're coming into this close out here. If we take a look at the E-mini first, what you're going to see is that you've had this sell-off that's happening about the last, it's been happening all day. The lows that were established out here, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. You already tested those. You had some volume down here, though, and we just hit this 38.91. You get some volume, so that baby's going to probably try to go after it again. If we take a look at the NQs, what we have with the NQs, you're down 51 bucks. And inside of the look at this. See, the NQs are holding tough, man. This is intense. So the NQs just basically came back to where the buying was taking place at the open of yesterday. And it's rejected lower price. The NQs want higher price. The small caps, for all that we hear about the aspect of, they definitely had laid there for 2.5 years, finally broke the high, took off like a rocket ship. Now you get a consolidation. This thing is down hard out here today. That being said, the bottom of the consolidation is still game. And we are getting fast moves, though. There's no two ways about that. The small caps do have a high volume low at 207. That I suspect that high volume low is going to get tested. Right now we at 217. The volume out here is 35 million. Bottom line, we'll see how it hits it. So we're on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You get a better indication tomorrow what kind of selling that we have. We are talking about the TLT. The TLT has a bounce going out here. This is the 20-year bond plus fund. What the TLT has also done is this. Now, the 10-year hasn't done this yet, but the TLT has done it. The TLT has broken its downtrend. Well, the downtrend's been in place for 6 years. The downtrend that I'm talking about, though, is a decent break. The break we're talking about is from the 153 area. Now, what happens here, I'm going to bring this back further, you don't necessarily know, of course, is this a change of trend or is it just a dead cat bounce? What we do know is this. The TLT came back to its breakout area from 2019. It's a clean deal, too, meaning you break topside, you have volume, you hang up there for a while. Markets, folks, love to come back to breakout areas. When they come back to a breakout area, the kicker is, do you come back with too much volume, too much selling, or are you coming back and you have a volume contracts, and simultaneously, as that volume contracts, you reject lower price. Now, that's what we had inside the TLT. So the TLT has a chance to basically bounce number one, which it's doing. And as we get up into this area of the 149, and we're at 137, you'll get a clearer picture of, is this a change of trend or a dead cat bounce? The cool thing about this trade, which I've talked about, and I do own this equity right now, is the aspect that you don't have to be right on the change of trend. It's got smoked so dramatically that you're really first just looking for a bounce. Then what we are looking for, if it's a change of trend, you're going to be looking for a wide price spread, accelerated volume as we get up into higher price. And if that's what you get, that's giving you more information that we actually have a change of trend, and that, guess what? Interest rates, once again, are basically going to stay at lower prices. Right now, we're at 1.62 on the 10-year. The Fed is still buying. The Fed, the bottom line on the short end, folks, $120 billion per month. I don't even know how they're going to stop. My take is that they're not going to stop. And we're in, modern monetary theory right now. It's here. We're right in the middle of it. Dow Industrials down 368. Nasdaq is off 170. S&P's off 37. We'll come right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 306. You get the Nasdaq off 151. S&Ps are off 30. And guess what? These Fed governors, they just keep coming out. You get Lau Brandon just came out from the central bank saying that the Fed's going to take a patient approach to remove monetary stimulus, even as the U.S. economic recovery gains momentum. It will take some time to achieve substantial further progress, Bernard said Tuesday in remarks prepared in a virtual speech to the National Association of Business Economics. A patient approach based on outcomes rather than preemptive approach based on the outlook will be more effective at achieving the central bank's goal of sustainable 2% inflation and broad-based and inclusive maximum employment. They're gonna have this thing run hot, folks. That's the bottom line. And guess what? No one's going to say anything about it. Because guess what? As people are making money, as you're putting money in, one of our Tigers was just saying, there's no doubt, if the market pulls back like 10%, let me tell you something, man. The Fed is going to come in here with a couple double-barreled shotguns, man. We're in a whole different ballgame. Now, this has been happening, folks, for the last 30, 35 years. There's just no two ways about it. You know, you can go right back to the Greenspan put, the every Fed had the put. What has happened now is that it's more straight across the table, flat out. And guess what? When you take a look at the aspect, when I take a look at the cycles of the last 35 years, people, basically say, okay, how is it all going to be paid back? Well, guess what? When you start banging out 30, 40-year bonds, it keeps getting kicked down the aisle. That's the real bottom line. Volume-wise out here, we take a look at it. First, we take a look at the SPY. What we have with the SPY. SPY out here right now, trading down $2.50, $3. You get light volume, 75 million. NDX 100, that baby's still hanging tough, man. The NDX is down $1.60. You're pulling back at 49 million. We went higher yesterday with 57 million. You got an ABC structure on the way up. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you, folks. Have a